entering the mountain on a Friday night. Whipsaw Trail, we're here again. This time as a passenger, with a group of experienced off-roaders. That is really full. Trying to pack the Jeep, getting ready for Whipsaw again, and we're not taking my car. One thing I got really spoiled on driving a Land Cruiser is the space. You never really notice until you have them side by side. We are packed to the top, and I still have some camera gears to throw in. Yeah, we'll make it fit. Just to show you the rear of the vehicle, it's all packed and we didn't have rear seat to use because this guy, hey, you're taking a lot of space. Before the trip even started, we're trying to do some maintenance on the winch, re-spool it. So the remote all of a sudden decided to stop working. As you can see, the red part of it is still there. I was trying to hand pull the red part in. To be honest, we freaked out a little. Ever since his winch cable stuck in the drum at Hut Lake, I've been shaking my head every time I see his winch spool. Winch is such a critical part in recovery, how could you not take care of it? Turns out, it was just too hot, and Warren Zion is smart enough to cut power on his own. I was slightly surprised at how fast it overheated though, since I haven't really started giving tension.
That's as good as she's gonna get.
Since everyone in this trip is somewhat familiar with the route, instead of meeting in the city and stuck in traffic together, we each made our own way up the mountain. Got to trailhead at night. Good morning, day. I don't know if I should call it day 2 or day 1 because yesterday was literally nothing. Ready to make breakfast. Do you want to eat first? Because the little bugs are jumping in.
Looks really good.
Wayne in the Blue JK leading the way. Most obstacles along Whipsaw Trail have bypass. Climbing little hills like this is totally optional. Or is it? Overland was introduced to me as the guy with the crazy built 4Runner, but considering the comfort factor, he brought the Tacoma instead. Still feels like a charm. Doing it backwards. Thomas was told to go up in reverse. Sitting on 40s, I guess, why not? And of course he came back to play it again. Just not as graceful. Jeez.
That was a little bit too big.
That was a little close there, buddy.
That's not the same lump in your hair.
Somehow I remember I've been following Cole for as long as I had my JK. This trip was actually the first time meeting him and seeing his Jeep in action. This is Ian. He's not going to ram the hill because they brought a side-by-side. Sean is here along with his 2 sons. Beautiful day for a family trip. And of course, thanks to Matt for inviting me to meet this awesome crew called West Coast Wheelers.
This is the famous Whipsaw cabin that everybody puts their stickers on. Join me on our tour of Dick's cabin. Sean, just go to your left. Kind of, you got your wheels pointing the right way.
Oh my god.
This steep rock surface called Memorial Rock is one of the top signature of Whipsaw Trail. It's a tribute to remember Jeff Jensen, an off-roader who died of cancer in his 20s. If there's a souvenir store, I'm sure you'll be able to find this hill printed on postcards or made into fridge magnet. Someone please make this! Let me know if you do. I'll for sure add it to my magnet collection. Forgot to introduce earlier, this is Papa. He took me for a ride later the trail. You know what? Sometimes I really wish I had a dad who wheels.
No thanks. Yeah, no thanks. I'm sorry I'm such a pussy today. But
No, I don't like mud too. So.
I'm just like, no thanks.
We ran into a group of cruisers along the way. Watching these short wheelbase go through this axle twisting hill is not something you get to see every day. Pretty fun to watch, but also a little bit scary. Looks like hill. Looks pretty self-explanatory.
Are those all mosquitoes by him?
Yes, they are. But flat tire needs to be dealt with, and we need to get to our next campsite. Okay, so we're about to set up for cooking here. One little tips. I found these guys from Amazon. It's just wooden utensil. This is forks. They have knives and spoon as well. Because fresh water is really a scarce resource. The last thing you want to do is to run your water through the ground and then clean your dishes. Plus it can get pretty cold too if you are washing at night. I always use disposable plastic ones, but then one problem is they become garbage. And if you just throw it into the garbage bag, the tips can poke through your garbage bag and you end up with a pile of, well, you know. But these guys just go into the campfire after, become part of your campfire. Technically zero waste. So, going to try these guys out. So for dinner we have broccoli, salmon, mushroom 2 ways. Another thing, I prefer to keep an aluminum foil on top of the plate too if you're not using disposable paper plate, just so there's less oil to finish off washing after. There you go.
That's too good. How am I eating this can thing? Huey, what is that? Does it smell nice?
If you're like me, really don't like cleaning dishes, bring a dog. Auto clean. Shortly after dinner, Owen asked if we would like to join them for a sunset on top of the world. You bet. Show me the way. Wow.
So nice.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Watch this sunset. Let's go take a look.
Isn't that violent? Like, I hope her neck's gonna be okay.